Okay. Yep.
Duncan, first of all, we'll have to start with all the talk around Carlo Ancelotti. Do you know what's happening? What are you expecting to happen over the weekend?
Just the same rumours as everyone else has heard. And yeah, that's it really. I've got no more really comment to make. And we'll just have to wait and see.
Does that mean then that you haven't spoken to him at all? You don't know of any future role that you might have under him just yet?
No, not spoken to anybody.
Can I ask you then, though, how you would feel about working under a manager of that calibre?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic to work under top managers. I've worked under a few in the past. So, yeah, I'd like to continue my education if possible.
Have you had a taste for it, though, doing the job yourself?
Yeah, I've loved it, obviously. It's, the adrenaline's through the roof. And, of course, the players have responded, which is the most pleasing thing.
What's it told you, Duncan, about your own ability to do that managerial role full-time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's only been a few games, hasn't it? But it gives you confidence. And I'm happy, obviously, the job I've done. But I'm more happy the way the players have responded. They've been unbelievable, incredible, really.
What do you think you've learned from it?
Decision making, really, things like that. I make a decision. I'm happy to do that. I'm not shirk that responsibility. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm pleased about.
And what's it like when people start talking about you as becoming that full-time manager? People were obviously pushing you forward for this job full-time as well, even though it has been a few games. How does that sit with you when you get into that kind of situation?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable because you've took a few games and people obviously see your ability as a coach. It's not something I'm particularly pushing for at the moment. It could be 2 or 3 years down the line for me, really. But this has been a great education for myself.
Is that the kind of time frame you're looking at to become a full-time manager, 2-3 years? Or am I putting words into your mouth there?
No, I said it, didn't I? So, there's no real time frame, but I mean, obviously, the more confident you get, the more coaching you do, you want to move on in your career. We've all got ambitions, and so yeah, I'm still young enough, and maybe it'll happen for me down the line.
I know you've spoken about wanting Everton to be successful, and obviously you want that new manager to come in and be successful and be here for a long time. Does that mean that you feel at some point you might have to move away to then eventually in the future come back as the Everton manager?
No, I'm not looking to move away. I just want Everton to be successful. I want the new manager to come in and do a fantastic job, which I'm sure he will. And if I can be a part of that, brilliant. But no, I love the club and I love my job. And if I go back to being a coach, that's fine by me.
There's 1 minute you could pinpoint over the last few weeks. What has been the best part of it for you?
I think it's fans' reaction, really, and the atmosphere on the ground. I think we've got a little bit of a club back. We've brought it back to the fans, really. And they've been a part of it, and we've all been a part of it together. I think that's been a big thing for me. We all seem to have pulled together as a club.
Is that important that the new manager harnesses that kind of feeling as well?
Yeah, I think it is important. Because we're a close-knit family, aren't we, really, in the community, and in Liverpool. So I think the new manager coming in, I think he needs to knit that together. Yeah.
As much then as the players responding to you, do you see that response from the players to that kind of fan reaction at Goodison?
Yeah, I think the players have responded, haven't they? They've realised that the fans are, they've got behind the players, and the players have reacted as well. So it's been a great few weeks, and the players and the fans have interacted fantastically.
Has all this speculation around the manager been a distraction for the players at all? If it has in this week leading up to the game, do you have a message for them as you prepare for this game against Arsenal?
I've not seen any distraction. The players have been focused. They'll be focused for tomorrow. I've not seen any problems in the camp at all, really. We just want to go out and win football matches, and that's what we're trying to do.
This is your final game. What would it mean to sign off with 3 points against Arsenal?
Yeah, it would mean everything for me, the club. We're still in a perilous position. We're at the bottom of the league. So we need to make sure we kick on. It's going to be a really tough match for us. I'm asking these players to go to the well again, and I'm sure they'll respond. I'm looking forward to the match.
With that in mind, Duncan, as well, are you likely to get any players back? Luca Dean, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Fabian Delph, Sidibe, Schneiderlin?
Yeah, keep going. Theo Walcott.
Theo?
There's 1 or 2 been training lightly. There's still some sickness in the camp. I'm hopeful that there'll be a few added to the squad.
Does that kind of sum up the look that Everton have had this season as well?
I suppose so. All clubs go through it, I would suppose, you know what I mean? Obviously we've had maybe a little bit more this period of time, but you just got to get over it and you move on. We've got good enough players in there, and we just have to all hands to the pump and kick on.
You showed character particularly against Leicester as well, having been 2 goals down. We've not seen Everton come back from 2 goals since that comeback under David Unsworth against Watford. I mean, again, what does that say about the shift that your players have put in during your time here?
Yeah, it shows you they've got the character. We installed a good fight in the squad. Obviously 2-0 down at half time, it's a big scoreline. But the boys showed a lot of character in the second half, and I was really pleased with their performance, as I've been over the last 3 games. I mean, we're undefeated really in the 3 games over general play. So I couldn't ask any more for the players. They've been really incredible. Honestly, they've really have put a right shift in. Not
just undefeated, but against the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, Leicester City.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all 3 top teams, aren't they? And Leicester played a very strong team, didn't they? I mean, they're basically the strongest they could go. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with the results.
You do that when you're down to the bare bones.
Well, yeah, but the players are good enough. Just have to believe in themselves. We've installed that in them, and we go again tomorrow.
How do you assess Arsenal as well? Because they've been through it, and it looks like they're about to appoint Mikel Arteta as their new manager. Again,
I mean, I've got no idea who they're going to appoint. But Arsenal are, I think they're 10th in the league or something, so they're going through a little bit a difficult period at the moment, but they've got a lot of good players, and I'm sure they'll kick on, just hopefully not tomorrow.
What do you think of Mikel Arteta though, possibly going in as a manager?
And I can't really comment, to be honest, you know what I mean? I mean, I've played with Mikel, and he's a top player. I mean, I'm sure he's a top coach, and I'm sure Arsenal, whoever it's going to be, will find the right man.
What are you thinking, Duncan, this squad, whoever comes in, is still capable of achieving this season? Now that you've had that position as the manager, and you've seen what these lads can produce when they're galvanised once again.
Yeah, well, we can win football matches, can't we? We've proved that we can, beat top teams. We need to sustain that now. And it's the results against the Norwiches and the Sheffield Uniteds that hurt you. I mean, these are obviously great teams as well. I mean, Sheffield United are flying, but these home games against these teams, we need to make sure we're winning these. Of course, then when you lose them, you've got to then beat a Chelsea. You've got to try and beat an Arsenal, who are top teams. But we've proven that we can do it, and just hopefully we can continue that and just push up the league. Just get ourselves away from the relegation zone. Really, that's that's the initial thing.
You've seen emotion from you. If it is to prove to be your final game, will there be emotion at full time?
I think there will be. Yeah, of course, depending how we've went on. But hopefully we can get a good result, a positive result. It'll be an emotional time for me, but it has been for the last 10 days really, or 2 weeks. It's been a great journey for myself and the players, and if it is to end on tomorrow, then hopefully it ends on a high.
The ball boys might miss you as the main man.
Yeah, I noticed that there was none round the back of the goal against Leicester. They're on the touch next to me. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be pleased with that. I'm sure their ribs will not feel the strain.
Top man.
Thanks, mate.
Anyone else?
I know you're saying obviously it's still speculation about Ancelotti, but you'll know about him as a man, the fact that he's been linked here as well. What do you think he could bring to this club?
I don't want to really comment, to be honest with you, because I don't know who the manager's going to be next. I know there's a speculation, but obviously the guy is an incredible manager. He's won everything, you know what I mean? That's the type of calibre manager I'm sure the club are looking for, and hopefully we get a top guy coming in.
Yeah, do you think Everton, some people are saying it would be a real coup if he did, a manager of that calibre would come in? Is that showing how ambitious Everton are?
Yeah, I think we're really ambitious as a club, and of course we want to attract the best guys for this to this club, and it's a massive club, Everton, and obviously guys that you're talking about there have done it all in the game, and we'd love them at our football club, these type of guys.
What do you think a new manager coming in needs to do? You've had a taste of obviously the last 3 games, but for the rest of the season, what does the new manager need to do to ensure that their team climbs up the league?
Well, you have to continue the work we've done over the last 2 or 3 weeks, galvanising the team, I think, make sure they're motivated. Of course, he'll look to play in maybe a different style. He'll have different ideas. You've got the transfer window coming up in January, so he'll probably look to strengthen as well. But we've got a good base here. He just needs to build, and I'm sure whoever comes in have got their own ideas, and they'll hopefully be successful.
And obviously you mentioned there you'd like to be part of any manager's team that comes in. What are your ambitions for this season? Are you sort of feeling like, in terms of your coaching, what have you learned and what do you need to improve on, do you think, the rest of the season as far as you're concerned?
I think we're always improving as a coach. Of course, that's the first time I've actually took the team. I've learnt a lot. It's been a great experience for myself. And if I've just continued to my education really. If that's as a first team coach or whatever it is, I'll happy to do that and just continue really.
And is your bond with the players something you think that can help the new manager coming in as well? The fact that you know them all?
I mean, I know the players. Nobody knows the players better than me, and I've been with the players for many a year. And hopefully, whoever the new guy comes in, he uses me.
How have the players been since the disappointment of fighting back from 2-0 down, but ultimately losing on penalties on Wednesday night?
Yeah, there were obviously a lot of tears in the dressing room after the game. We were all upset. They put so much into the second half. We really thought it was going to be our night. Obviously, when you see Jordan saving the first penalty, you think it's our night. But the lads they're a bit disappointed after the game, as you can imagine. Next day, probably a little bit down. But they've come around now. They understand there's another game, and it's right round the corner, isn't it? It's tomorrow, so we move on, we kick on.
Obviously, they showed character to come from 2-0 down, 20 minutes to go. They were, going out the cup at that stage. But have you seen any difference in the players from your first game in charge to Wednesday night in terms of the character or the positivity?
No, I think I've been on it right away through the 3 matches. Of course, you might get a physical dip now and again, or because we're asking these players to continue to play. But no, they've been brilliant, incredible. Honestly, what they've done the last 3 matches. I mean, to come through their fixtures without losing the game, Leicester's and teams like that, they're fantastic teams. I couldn't have asked any more of the players, and and hopefully they'll be bang up for it tomorrow again.
Of course, by the end of the game on Wednesday night, the atmosphere was absolutely rocking in Goodison. So, is it ideal to be playing a home game tomorrow?
Yeah, and obviously it's better to be at home, isn't it? And we've got the fans behind us, and we'll need them. And I'm sure they'll be there for us.
And with all the injury problems you've got, and obviously this is a particularly busy time of year, do you have worries about the workload on your players and the amount they're going to have to play?
There's concerns, yeah, obviously, because we're asking players to play 3 games in 6 days. We've got Leighton Baines there who's come in there and played a couple of games back to back really. Seamus Coleman's come in, but there are a lot of worries, but I'm sure they'll step up, and I'll have to pick the team, the best team I can possibly pick, and I'm sure they'll step up.
And just on Arteta, I appreciate that you don't want to comment on him as a possible Arsenal manager, but just from what you know of him, from when you played together, can you see him as somebody who could be a good manager?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously he's had a fantastic education himself. Under one of the best managers, if not the best manager in the world. I'm sure Mikel's picked up a lot, and I'm sure he'll be very successful. He was a great player, and I'm sure he'll become a great manager.
Okay, thanks folks. Radios, please.
Vinny, thanks mate. Fancy a game tomorrow?